you shouldn't be worrying about Versant. It's a very simple test. You should be worrying about your communication skills because you can watch other videos about Versant. You can try to hack Versant, but you have this other problem after you pass the Versant test. It's called talking to the American customers, and they are worse than the Versant. So hey guys, let's talk about Versant tips that nobody talks about. Because if you search YouTube, if you search Google, you're gonna see a lot of Versant tips, but they don't really address the issue. You can see videos of people walking through the actual Versant assessment, and I was thinking about doing that, but it made me realize that you're not really addressing the problem by knowing the exam in advance. Because it's not very useful to just learn how to pass Versant. After you've learned how to pass Versant, you still have this other problem called talking to American customers. I'm going to teach you how to pass the Versant exams, but I'm not going to teach you in the same way that you're going to see in the other videos. We're going to talk about Versant tips that nobody talks about. Let's begin. This is kind of a no-brainer according to my friends because I've been sharing tips on how to pass call center job applications since 2011. And I've talked to a lot of people who failed the Versant, and I've talked to a lot of people who passed the Versant. And when you ask people who pass the Versant, the most common answer that I get when I ask for Versant tips is just pay attention to the instructions. What are the instructions? The version changes from year to year. The instructions might be rephrased, but all you have to do is to just pay attention to the instructions. Read the instructions carefully. Just read the instructions carefully before deciding on what to do. Listen to the voice prompts attentively. The voice prompt is a recording with the instructions or with the question, and just pay attention to the voice prompt. Just listen to it. I've been thinking about that. How do I teach you how to read the instructions carefully and listen to the voice prompt? I've been thinking about this for a few years now. Here's a solution. Nobody talks about this. Avoid distractions. If you have a personal problem, stop thinking about your problem. You're there to get the job. So avoid distractions. You have a problem at home, you have a problem with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your whatever. Avoid distractions. Just focus on getting the job. And make sure you get enough sleep. And I forgot to add this on the slide. Eat something. Make sure that you're awake when you take the exam. Because if you don't have enough sleep, you're not going to pay attention. Make sure you get enough sleep. You avoid distractions. If you lack sleep, you're going to think about personal problems. Make sure you have enough sleep. Make sure that you're eating well. Make sure you get some exercise. And listen to the voice prompts attentively. Read the instructions carefully. That's it. Pay attention to the instructions. Next, Versant tips nobody talks about. Speak loud and clear. Try to increase the volume when you speak. Try to sit up straight. Sit with your back straight, your shoulders back, and inhale and then exhale when you speak. And then, this is something really simple. Practice your pronunciation. The Versant tool or whatever tool it is that you're taking is checking your pronunciation, checking your enunciation, checking how you speak overall. Increase the volume, but also practice your pronunciation. The most basic thing is the top 100 words in the English language. Breathe properly. So inhale up to here, up to your stomach. I'm going to talk about a couple of more things about Versant. So these are things that I teach my students, and I never have to teach them about how to pass Versant, but they still pass because this is going to be offensive to some people. People don't fail because of the Versant test. People fail because of poor English. When people send me a message, "Hi Sir Kevin, I passed my interview but I failed the Versant." Truth is, people fail because of poor English. Because if your English isn't very good, then it's gonna show up. So I check people's English, like, how's your English? Can you write me a dozen sentences about yourself? And then I'll check. And you'll see from there, in the first 12 sentences that they send you, they have poor grammar. When you ask them to read the sentences that they've written, they have poor pronunciation. I ask them to give me instructions about how to go to your house. They know very few sentences. And if you know very few sentences, you can recognize sentences. So that's another problem. And you don't fail because of Versant. Versant only reveals your weakness. Okay? Here's my advice in the end. Work on your communication skills instead of trying to hack Versant. Work on improving your grammar. Work on writing more sentences so you can introduce yourself well, you can talk about yourself, and then work on your pronunciation, work on your breathing, work on how you speak. That's it. If you have Additional questions, send me a message. If you haven't already, you can get free lessons at my website, callcentertrainingtips.com. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want me to make another video about the Versant, leave a comment. Let me know. You shouldn't be worrying about Versant. It's a very simple test. You should be worrying about your communication skills because you can watch other videos about Versant. You can try to hack Versant, but you have this other problem after you pass the Versant test. It's called talking to the American customers, and they are worse than the Versant. So forget about Versant. Focus on improving your communication skills. Focus on being able to speak properly. Focus on having good sentences, and you'll be fine. I guarantee. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.